Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Garage Guys Sports. It's me, Jesse Allison, here with you tonight to recap World Series Game 1, which saw the Dodgers taking Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 8-3. Biggest story in the game is a strong pitching performance by starter and future Hall of Famer Clayton Kershaw. He becomes the second man in history to have 200-plus postseason strikeouts. He trails now only Justin Verlander. Kershaw went 6 innings strong, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run, that earned run being a home run to Kevin Kiermaier. Lights out, looked absolutely phenomenal tonight. On the other side, Tyler Glasnow went 4.1, allowed 3 hits, 6 earned runs, but collected 8 strikeouts. What I noticed is the second time through that lineup, he really had issues with those hitters, which I assumed would be like that. It's obviously the first time that they're facing a lot of these pitching. A lot of the Dodgers hitters are facing this pitching just because they play, the NL West and the AL East. They don't really play each other a lot. So for a lot of times, a lot of these guys, it's the first time they're seeing some of these dudes for the Rays. So, you expect the first time through the lineup, which is when he collected those 8 strikeouts. It's really the first time through the lineup. It was just started out hot, on fire. And then the second time through the lineup, guys started picking up on stuff. And of course, you have Mookie in the dugout, who's faced the Rays a lot, telling these guys, hey, you want to look for this. He's starting to do this tonight. And you can notice he's tipping when he does this. And once he starts doing that, these guys are great hitters. They have such a good lineup that as soon as they start picking up on this guy's stuff, they just started letting stuff fly. For the Dodgers, Mookie Betts was the tone setter, which is what I predicted. He went 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 stolen bases, and a walk in 5 at-bats. Absolutely phenomenal. He was definitely the catalyst for that team. Cody Bellinger went 1 for 4 with a big 2-run homer, which put them up early. Max Muncy went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, and clearly they did not want to pitch to Seager as he had 3 walks in the game. The story of this game really was the starting pitching. Kershaw able to get it done. I really wish they would have let him out, left him in for 1 more inning and not taken him out, because he was doing great and he was at like 80 pitches. And I think if Dave Roberts would have stuck with him, which usually he does, 1 more inning, I think they would have really nailed in the coffin, because the Rays were able to tack on 2 runs against relief pitching, and it almost seemed like they were getting life. Luckily, they got a great double play to the pitcher. Pitcher caught it, threw it to second for a double play on a line drive. But I mean, if that ball's 2 feet to the right or left, you're looking at a run right there, and it's started to snowball a little bit. They got lucky with the double play to get out, but I think Dave Roberts went to the bullpen a little bit too early, which he usually doesn't do. They usually leave Kershaw out there, but he went a little bit too early this time, I think. I think that's a lesson for him against this Rays squad. Like, they feast on going to the bullpen. Like, they're not guys like, whatever the analytics say, that like, oh, well, if you leave him in the 3rd time through the lineup, fuck that. Kershaw was pitching great. He's a Hall of Fame pitcher. You should have left him out there 1 more inning. These guys coming in, they're good pitchers, professional pitchers, but they're not Hall of Fame pitchers. And he was pitching at a Hall of Fame level tonight, Kershaw was. I would have left him out there for 1 more inning at least. Especially after the 7th. If you just shut people down through 7 innings, a lot of times it just kills a team's will to even try to fight back. Because usually the 7th inning is like, okay, come on guys, let's go, like let's get it, like. And that's what they tried to do. They tried to snowball some runs together. They were able to get a couple earned runs, and it started to look pretty messy. And then they were able to wiggle out of it with a clutch double play. But sometimes better to be lucky than good, which is what I think that play was. It was a lot of luck. So that's the one knock I would give the Dodgers. Not any of the players, but Dave Roberts. Like, stick with your guys, man. Trust your guys. Kershaw, I've been one of his biggest critics throughout his career in the postseason, but tonight he was spectacular. spectacular. He put on a clinic in how to start a series today. Just looked great. Game 2, I think this will be a big game for the Rays that they have to take. Luckily, they have Blake Snell going out for them. The Dodgers have not confirmed who their starting pitcher is going to be tomorrow. Dave Roberts alluded to a bullpen game. I think that's dumb for the same reason tonight when they went to the bullpen. They kind of got lit up a little bit. They got Walker Buehler, who's a great young pitcher. Put him out there. You know, let him throw game 2. That way, if you get the Rays down 2-0 early with this offense, it's going to be hard for them to claw back in. So I think they should go with Walker Buehler. I think if they do tomorrow, I think they take game 2, and it just snowballs from there. I don't think the Rays are going to get swept, but I'm still predicting the Dodgers in 5. They looked great tonight. That offense is clicking right now. The whole team just looks gelled from an offensive standpoint. And then you got Kershaw doing what he did tonight. Walker Buehler pitches more of the same. Look out. And if the rookie Dustin May, the guy that throws 98-mile-an-hour two-seamers, if he can be pretty effective, if they have him start a game, I mean, it was all Dodgers tonight. I think it's going to be all Dodgers. You know, what I think the Rays need to do is their strategy should be more of like what the Dodgers was tonight. As soon as they start getting, because this lineup's too good at reading things, as soon as they start getting a pitcher through the second time through the lineup, as soon as he starts meeting a little bit of resistance, they need to go to that bullpen. They need to say, okay, man, you're done. Because if you leave a pitcher out and he makes a couple mistakes, gets a couple guys on base, this lineup loves that. These dudes love that. Just keep ducks off the pond. If you get a solo home run by the Dodgers, consider that a win. Because they feast with runners on base. Just keep ducks off the pond. Live and die by the solo home run. Just keep guys off base. Whatever you do, just keep guys off base. Other than that, yeah, guys, it was a pretty good World Series Game 1. Tomorrow is Game 2. Like I said, Blake Snell going for the Rays. Don't know who's going for the Dodgers yet. I assume it's Walker Buehler, but we will see. A lot of people are saying it might be Dustin May. Who knows? And that is all for tonight, you guys. We're in San Francisco, California. Stop at Hockey Haven. It is at 3625 Balboa Street. Tell them that the Garage Guy sent you. You guys have a good night, and we'll bring you a recap of Game 2 tomorrow. Oh, and real quick, congratulations, Griffin, on your baby that's coming. We love you, and we wish you the best. Good night, guys.